Hello and welcome. My name's Talc, and today I'm going to show you how to get the Honor Among Thieves rune for rogues in Season of Discovery. Um, so just a couple things ahead of time. There's a couple prerequisites to this rune, as far as I've been told and heard of. I've already done them in the past, so I didn't have to deal with this. But there's a couple things you have to do. One, there's a quest that you have to go to Ravenholdt for. It's in like the mid-20s. That you have to have completed, and then you have needed to have completed 2 of the runes previously for rogues already. One of them is for your chest, which is Deadly Brew, and the other one is for your waist, which is Shadow Step. Again, this is what I've researched ahead of time on. I had already previously discovered these, so I'm not sure if that's the case. If you're not sure how to get any of those runes, I will put links in the description for those specific runes or the Ravenholdt quest. Anyways, if you've done all that and you're ready to find this rune, the first thing you need to do is you need to make sure you're level 45 and go to your capital city. When you go to the capital city, you will receive a mail from Farad letting you know that the agent known as C has been playing us for a fool, apparently, and that we need to go to Ravenholdt. So, we will go ahead and go there for our first step. Alright, welcome back. So we are now here heading to Ravenholdt. If you're not sure how to get to Ravenholdt, the first thing you need to do is go to Tarn Mill in Hillsbrad if you're Horde, or South Shore if you're Alliance, and then you're going to go to Ravenholdt. Now, Ravenholdt is located in Hillsbrad. If you need to find the cave entrance, it's located at 8480, and you'll just go through the cave and come up to the building, and we're here to talk to Farad. So he's going to fill us in on this C character, who he is, and what's been going on. So speak to Farad when you're ready to hear his plan. And now our next step is we're going to go to Zul'Farrak. So I'll meet you there. Alright, so we're back. Now it's Zul'Farrak. So we are here to obtain the Talisman of Kazdor. So we're going to do this job for C, but we must complete this job alone. So you have to do this solo as a rogue. So we're going to go ahead and zone in, and this is going to be a special version of Zul'Farrak as a rogue. So we're going to go ahead and stealth in. So our first objective is to go in and find some tents, because we are going to go find clay vessels that we need to loot. So now we have reached these tents. I'll probably have to wait for my distract, but there should be some broken vessels in here that we can loot. So you can see they look like those little jars, and we're going to loot these clay vessels. Looks like there's only the one in there. So we're going to need to distract them away, going inside, and loot our item. And we'll need this vile concoction. Now we need 2 of these, so we're going to have to go to one more spot to find it. So I'll show you where the second one is in just a moment. So as you can see, in this tent, there's also another one. So we're going to go ahead and loot this to get our second concoction. Now that we have got our 2 concoctions, we are going to go use those concoctions. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go back to where Antisul is. He is the boss that has the Basilisk spawn. So we're going to head back to his area to use one of our concoctions into a cauldron that's in his area. Because the tooltip reads, throw into a bubbling cauldron to cause an explosion of noxious gas. It does not break us out of stealth. So we just had to find these 2 cauldrons. So we have arrived at his lair. And you can see that the bubbling cauldron is in his area. So we're going to throw the concoction. And so you'll see that he has the satchel in here. We're going to loot that to get the offering. of bone. We're going to use this item later. As you can see, it says combine offerings of flesh and bone. So now we are going to go find the other cauldron, which is near Witch Doctor Zumra. This guy is the one that drops the staff in here. He's where all the zombies are located inside the dungeon. So we're going to head. Alright, so we've arrived at the Witch Doctor's lair, and you can see that there's another satchel we need to loot, but before we do that, we need to use our concoction on his cauldron. So we'll throw it to kill him, and now we can loot his satchel. Now we have this Ward of the Dead. And we are going to equip this item, as it's a trinket to reveal the grave which hides an offering. And make sure I have this equipped, which is right here. And you can see that the grave that has it has this blue aura around it. So we're going to go ahead and loot the grave. And now we have the offering of flesh. So we're going to take these two offerings and combine them. And now we have created our blood magic essence. Alright, so we have made our way further inside the dungeon, and now that we have our essence, we are going to take that and find a hollow emblem to imbue it with. So once you get to the pyramid inside Zul'Farrak, we're going to go up and to the right and find a box that has our emblem inside of it. So once you get up here, there's no real mobs around, so you can get out of stealth. We're going to jump up on this wall and loot this chest. It's not in the first hut, but rather in the second hut. Now this chest will contain our emblem that we need. Now that we have the hollow emblem, we can imbue it with our essence. And now we have an emblem of blood magic. So we're going to take this and loot the chest at the top of the pyramid, where the executioner would usually be inside the dungeon. So we're going to go up our way to the top. No mobs nearby, no mobs up here. And you'll see that this locked chest can now be opened by our emblem of blood magic that we received. Alright, and that is how we get our talisman. So now we have completed our quest to obtain the talisman, so we are going to go back to Ravenholdt to turn it in. Okay, we have now arrived back in Ravenholdt, and we're here to talk to Farad. So we'll turn in our talisman. And now it's time for the next step. So we're going to take the talisman down to the Shiv sprocket in the basement, and he's going to rig the artifact. So we're going to bring it to him in our base, in the basement. So the basement's just down here. Bringing it to him. Alright, and now we are going to take it back to the dead drop in Silverpine. And then we will be, and we have arrived at the dead drop zone. This is in Silverpine, just outside SFK in Powerwood Village. You need the exact coordinates, it's 4771. So we're going to enter and drop it off in the chest. Continue, complete. And now that we have done our job, we're going to go back to Fraud and we will receive our rune. Alright, so we are back here at Ravenholdt. We are here to turn it in, and now we have received our rune. You also get a nice cloak, which improves your capabilities in stealth with abilities like Disarm Trap, Pickpocketing, and Distract. So that's a nice little bonus as well, and a nice little upgrade for my character. But we'll go ahead and use this rune. And now we have our rune, Honor Among Thieves. So if you didn't know, this is when any player in your party crits with a spell or ability, you gain a combo point on your current target. This can only happen once every second, but a really strong option for rogues for all variety of specs, really. So, thanks for watching. Hopefully it was clear, concise, and enjoyable. Hope you have a great rest of your day or evening, and I'll see you next time.